every time I think of Nzioka Waita, I always see him in motion. I've never met him in person, but I always see him in motion, and he's hurrying to do something, to get something done. Is that who he is in practice?
Well, maybe right now that he's out of office, he might be having a bit of more time.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot to do in such a short time. So how do you even prioritize?
Yeah.
It's even a chief of staff strategy. How do you just make sure that this comes up, number one, this is number two, this is number three? So I will not be surprised if you all the Nzioka in action. So that's him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you miss about your time in public service?
Having the roads cleared that you can go through in a convoy with the president. That was fun times.
Yeah.
Getting somewhere within record minutes.
Yes.
When you as a civilian, it will take you.
I know that feeling.
Anyway,
I was on end.
That's the side. Anyway, it's also part of. It's actually a defense thing. It's,
yes.
I mean, the president is the commander-in-chief.
Of course.
There's a lot of protocol that goes in to clearing the roads for the president.
Yeah.
So I think I enjoy the trappings of power. Then if you're in a convoy of the president, you really have to be very fast,
Okay.
There's conversation actually that ministers have actually on board. They've jumped into cars that they are not theirs, but then they go to their destination. They're like, oh, wait a minute, I thought you were my driver. But you just have to, because if you miss the convoy, then that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
But far from it, I think for me it's the friendships within government. Remember at the time I was very young.
Yeah.
Still I'm a young guy, youthfully defined, under 35.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I got to work with people who are much older than myself, people who are like my dad's, my mom's ages, but we still got a lot of respect around getting things done. It taught me protocol, it taught me respect, it taught me appreciating the government of the day, appreciating the president. We actually called it for God, for country, for God and for country.
That is actually Uganda's national motto.
As in, and 100% actually applies across.
Yeah.
For God and for country. Because to be honest, I mean, if you don't get that, it's not about the money.
Yes.
It's not about the money, to be honest. I mean, for some people, they take a pay cut to work in government,
I should imagine.
Yeah. So it's really not about the money. It's just something else.
Yeah. We've had conversations with a gentleman who also works in the public service, and he says at some point he was at PwC, then came back to government, and his 1 month salary at PwC, a whole year's wage in government was not anywhere close to 1 month's wage in PwC.
Yeah.
And so I hear what you say when you say it's 100% for God and for the country.
That's true.
How does one become a chief of staff?
You can be a chief of staff anywhere you are, provided you can show value to your leader and to your principal. I think for me, it's just showing value. I know by profession I'm a communicator. I would sit, I might be under the communications director or somebody like that. So if I can just provide value to my principal, then I'm likely candidate for a chief of staff.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay.
Yeah.
What skills, tips do we need to begin cultivating?
Strategy, execution,
Okay.
strategic initiatives, strategic operations. So it's 3 tired. And I'm saying strategic initiative because communications can be part of it. Can you be able to drive strategy? Can you be able to be like a project management officer, ensuring that strategy is actually met based off on what you're doing?
Yeah.
So I think that is a very, very critical element. The strategy execution, strategy implementation, those are some of the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So strategy is a big part of this job.
Yeah. Remember, you're at the top. You're sitting with the principal.
Yeah. And he
monitoring and evaluation of that
Yeah.
strategy as well.
Yeah.
So, and you need to give a full picture perspective into your boss. Any meeting you have, best be helping your strategy.